Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance review about one that hasn't had a lot of reviews, and honestly, like, what you can find on Fragrantica is really limited and really inaccurate from the house of Armaf. It's Armaf Marjan Red. Now, as you may have noticed, the bottle is kind of mass appealing, and if you were to look at Fragrantica, they say that it is a clone of Fahrenheit. And I'm here to tell you that no, it's not. But let me read some of the notes. So you have bergamot, spices, cardamom, jasmine, red apple, pineapple, amber, tonka bean, and cedar. Now, I kept thinking, I've smelled this before, I've smelled this before, I've smelled this before, and I've likened it to the wrong thing, and I just kept smelling it and smelling other things, and I finally figured out what it is. To me, it is a hybrid of two things. It's kind of like a hybrid of L'Homme meets La Nuit de L'Homme. And it's nice. It's got the freshness from one and the warmth from the other. I think that's from the cardamom. And, you know, the sweetness kind of like made me go in every which way initially, because it kind of just smelled like a popular designer fragrance. When you smell this, that's what you get. And I think because of the red bottle, people were saying it smells like Fahrenheit, but I don't own Fahrenheit, and there's a reason I don't own Fahrenheit. I don't really like that petroleum vibe. I don't feel like that's something I want to put on my skin. It feels inappropriate to me. So, no knocks on anyone that wears it, because it probably smells good on you. I just didn't think it smelled that great on my skin. Now, this fragrance, in terms of performance, it's not a weak performer, but I wouldn't call it a strong performer. I would say average, which for an Armaf, it's a real hit or miss anyways. Yeah, I would say average. It doesn't project particularly much. Longevity, you're probably gonna get between 6 and 8 hours. And 8 is, I don't want to say almost a stretch, but for the most part, I was ranging closer to the 7-hour mark. And again, it wasn't blazing off my skin or anything. It kind of sat a little bit closer for the entire wearing experience. People could smell it on me, but they had to come close. So like if someone knew that I wear fragrance every day, which, you know, most people do, I had one person come close and try to smell it, and she said, "Oh, you're wearing a subtle one today," which that's what it is. So I mean, I feel like that combination between L'Homme and La Nuit de L'Homme, it's a good combination, and I will say this, neither one of them is a beast anyways, so I don't know that it's too bad. I say I don't get good performance off of L'Homme. I have a decant of L'Homme, and I'm never going to buy a bottle because the performance, even on me, is just poor. La Nuit de L'Homme, I get fine performance off of. It's not a beast or anything, but longevity is fine. So I would say it's along the same line. I would say average at best. Probably slightly below average, which for some occasions that's going to work. I think in terms of who can wear it, anyone can wear it. Has enough sweetness in it, but not too sweet. Not a really playful fragrance though, I will say that. And I think the scent profile, because you can definitely smell the woody notes in here, it's probably going to lean traditionally masculine, but if woody fragrances smell good on your skin, this is probably going to go good on you, especially because they are warmed up a little bit by that cardamom. Yeah, so I think this is for someone who wants something a little bit more mature, maybe something that's not going to blaze off your skin, because a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances are a little bit too loud. You can't really wear them. They're not versatile because they're too loud. This one, because of the performance, it makes it a little bit easier to wear. In terms of seasons, to me this is 4 seasons. In the cold, it's not going to cut through, but if you're indoors, which I mean in winter you're probably going to be indoors anyways, I think it'll do just fine. And I think this is more of a spring fall fragrance, but I think you're fine. Probably nights year round. It's never going to be too cloying because it's not ultra strong like I mentioned before. And to me, this is nice. You could dress it up, you could dress it down, but I think the notes in this kind of dictate that, you know, it might be nice to dress it up just a little bit. Really nice date night fragrance, especially if it's a first date, because it's not too strong, really easy to like. I mean, woody fragrances are really easy to wear anyways. And you've got the woodiness, the freshness, that warmth. It's really well-rounded, to my nose at least. I think you could wear it formally, and like first and foremost, if you're looking for something to wear at work year-round, this to me would be kind of like the perfect Middle Eastern fragrance. And I'm saying that because it's not super strong, but it's nice. So you'll be able to smell it on yourself for a decent amount of time, but you're not offending anyone either. So that's like the first and foremost, like top tier use for me. Just work fragrance, something that you could make a signature scent. But again, if you want your signature scent to be strong, this probably is not going to be it, but you could wear it anytime. I like the versatility of it. I feel like there's not really too many occasions that you couldn't wear it, and for me, that's pretty big. So compliments, it's not super strong, so I can't say that you're gonna get compliments, but if you have somebody that is close, it does smell very good, so it could get you compliments. Did I get any wearing it? When the one person went in and said, oh, it smells nice? Yeah, but again, she had to be looking for a fragrance. So I don't want to like sit here and act like this is just gonna blaze. I smelled it off my skin like for hours before that, but that was like the first time anyone smelled it off of me. And I think that happened every time I wore it. So only one person even commented, and it's because that day she was trying to figure out what I was wearing because she's used to me wearing fragrances, and she was like, oh, okay, it's subtle. Which I appreciate the feedback, of course. Price point, I mean, I think it was under $30 if I'm not mistaken, between $25 and $35. I thought the bottle was pretty cool. I think the cap is trash. The cap is just like this little acrylic, yeah, it's just this tiny little acrylic cap. And it's an Armaf bottle, so I would say for Armaf, this is pretty good because their bottles are usually very atrocious. So I give it a high score for that. The bottle is kind of what got me interested, and I was like, the notes don't seem to smell like Fahrenheit, but the one review on Fragrantica kind of, this smells like that, said that it smelled like Fahrenheit, and I was like, let's just see what's going on here. So for me, if you like Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme and La Nuit de L'Homme, and you think a nice, soft hybrid of the two might be nice, I think this is a directional look. Now, it's not going to be exact. Of course, the quality is not going to be exact either. It is an Armaf, and it is much cheaper than the Yves Saint Laurent fragrances. So I think that if you're looking for something in that vein, on a budget, this might be the fragrance for you. If you already have those fragrances, this might be a pass for you. Am I glad that I got this fragrance? Yes, for review, but do I need this fragrance? I do not, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because I have too much and I need to get rid of some stuff. As always, if you've tried this fragrance, comment down below, let me know what you think. Remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!